Hi guys.
If you just watch Bec for the last 3 minutes, was this is on, I've got you, this is on, sit down. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Don't mind my croaky voice. I sound worse than I feel, but...
Bec's been cam-girling all weekend.
I've not been cam-girling all weekend.
And people found your voice sexy, didn't they?
Oh my God. It's in my pocket, that's this thing. That's annoying me.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. You'll get crackles.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Snap crackles.
I'm going down to 2. Yes, no, I sound worse than I am, but I didn't know, because I was sick before I went away to SO, and then I kind of got better, and then I kind of got worse again.
So I saw something on your swollen glands. No, sorry, you're only friends.
Yeah, close friends.
Close friends.
Yeah, I got a bit drunk on Friday night.
Oh, just a little bit. I saw you full on singing.
Yeah, no, I was a bit drunk. It was a bit of an impromptu.
Oh, is that why the croaky voice? You just spent all night singing?
No, it was like very impromptu. I didn't mean to get so drunk, but I did. Whoops, oh well.
Oops.
Oops. It was meant to just be a couple wines with my friend, and then it turned into like a couple bottles. We were playing Mario Kart, it was fun. And then she passed out, and yeah, I kept drinking.
I saw you playing with her dog.
Oh, that was on Saturday night with Casey.
Oh, it's a different dog.
That was Casey.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I know. But no, it was good. I spoke to some of our nice European models on Friday night when I was a bit drunk. But it's good.
Oh, is that why when I was texting ones, I said I've been talking to Bec?
Yeah.
Ines.
Yeah, I spoke to Ines, I spoke to Alessia, I spoke to Tess. I'm putting in the groundwork for when we go over there because I want to make sure we've got awesome models to shoot with.
No, because you're on your own, and you knew that I can't pester Peter, I'll leave him alone.
No, and I also, I don't know. Anyway, I spoke to a few of our models because I want to make sure we've got lots of awesome shoots, and we only get to go over there once a year, and we know some awesome models over there, so I want to make the most of our time while we're there. So
well, I'm hoping that we do end up in Barcelona because Carolina definitely reached out.
Yeah. I hope we go. I hope we end up going there. That'd be cool. But yeah, no, I've spoken to a few of the girls, so that's exciting.
And at this stage, you're just announcing Norway?
I'm about to, I'm waiting for them to put up it on their website. So it looks like we're going to Norway.
Frankfurt's sold out.
Frankfurt is sold out,
completely sold out.
So we've got spots in Switzerland.
Switzerland, there's some spots, and Paris and
Amsterdam and London.
London's selling very quickly.
Yeah, London's getting really full, but Amsterdam, Paris, we've still got spots, and then
I think Switzerland isn't. We're doing our thing, but somebody else is running it.
But if you go into the website, I've got a link to where you book through their page. But yeah.
And then maybe we're waiting still on someone in Barcelona to get back to us.
Hopefully we'll be having a meeting tonight.
If that goes on, we'll be doing that as well.
Yeah, so it's all coming together. And I spent lots of money I spent lots of money last night. Me and Jared were booking our stuff. So we've got most of our internal flights and trains booked, and we're starting to do accommodation now.
I know, you're talking about backpackers.
Yeah, we're staying in Croatia because it was really expensive.
I'll give everyone the address of where Bec will be in what backpacker. Is it like one big room and everyone's just in the bed in the room? I
think so.
So it's like what happens when there's an earthquake happens, you're sitting inside a school hall, all in individual beds.
It had really good reviews. And even the backpacker was still over our budget. The accommodation was really expensive in Croatia. But we're not spending much time actually because we're only going there to go to a few of the beautiful national parks that are there. So we're going to be out and about during the day. So it's just somewhere to crash at night. It could be a fun experience. We'll make some little friends.
Maybe not friends I wanted to make friends. Maybe someone might be too friendly in the middle of the night.
It's funny, we're going from the honeymoon suite in Rome where we're staying with all these LEDs and this awesome spa and everything to backpackers. We're going to have the contrast.
Honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
Was this you've planned this to force the hand?
No.
Yes.
He's the one who found it, and then.
Or maybe this is his ulterior motive. This could be a secret squirrel business.
We didn't realise it was called that until we went to book it. Jared just saw the LED lights and him being a VJ.
You've been forcing him to watch maths lately, so he's all. Oh, I can't watch it. If anyone doesn't know, wasn't Married
at First Sight. It's so good. It's a really trashy
Yeah,
TV
Sri
show.
was watching it last. Headphones went on. Couldn't do
I
it.
love it. It's so trashy.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
I love my trash
So
TV.
set up and trashy.
That's glorious.
Glorious.
Anyway, that
So
was my
besides
weekend.
getting too drunk on Friday night and playing Mario Kart, was it? Oh no, Mario Kart was Friday night, was it?
Yeah.
And playing with your friend's dog on Saturday night.
Yes, and then I went and played with my niece and nephew yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
The
Yeah.
little ones. So if we get there and my nephew, I don't know, it seems to be just, actually I just don't think he likes wearing pants. So I get there and he's lying on the couch, no pants on, he's lying on his iPad. Hi.
Yeah, well, I went to dinner at Nikki's place and my grandson runs out, no pants.
It's so funny. And my sister's like, yeah, it's pants off Sunday.
Well, yeah. Oh, we went there on a Saturday. And he's in this whole thing of asking you questions the whole time.
Oh yeah.
What is this?
What is this? Yeah.
All of those. So, and one of us, what's your name? So I said to Saxton, what's your name? And he goes, Laurie, which is his dad's name.
Cute.
Anyway.
Is he in the Y stage yet?
No, he's not in the Y. That's a my stage. That's how I got kicked out of school. But see, I hit my Y stage when I was 18. Sorry about the roller door. It's that time of day where they're deciding to shut up shop next door with a super squeaky roller door.
Yes. Anyway, that was my week. How was your weekend?
You know what my weekend was? Like except I had a photo shoot, a great shoot with Lottie. I did really enjoy that, even though Beck's really peed off because she filled in Beck's job for a little bit.
Yes.
It was fun. We had good fun doing it. But there's a backstory into it a little bit. She's trying to get seen more. Like she'd rather do stuff for. She's happy to do stuff for Inspire, but she'd rather do YouTube because she's trying to be seen. Maybe might pick up some work that way. And she's also would like to be a presenter in that. And I said, well, you can do the intro and outro then.
Okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, you weren't here. I didn't want you here either. But
I know.
every now and then there's going to be a guest Bec.
Okay.
She was a guest Bec.
Okay.
But no, I had a really good shoot with her, and it was one of those shoots that I learnt a lot myself on the shoot. Even though I've used V-flats before, but I used them in a different way, and I taught myself a lot on that. Also, I've worked with Lottie a fair bit, but I still don't really know her super well, so I learnt a lot more about her.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then it was just her feedback about the stuff that she said, what I've taught me is just so invaluable that she's turning up at other shoots now and the clients are just going, why are you so much better than all the other models?
That's really good.
Which is good. It's that thing that models aren't getting trained. And I can't, you know yourself, I can't train everyone in a 1 or 2 hour thing. No. It takes 4 or 5 shoots for it to sink in a little bit.
Of course.
And for them to try it a little bit.
Yeah.
We went full on to videoing this time, which I'll cut a video up. And she's doing crazy stuff and like screaming and stuff like that, which was good.
Cool.
But yeah, that was my Saturday, but then I had to go home and cook pizzas and make Nikki pizza dough. And I was up till midnight on Friday night making the sauces because she'd used all up my sauces.
Gave it all away.
I had to do the second stage of my pizza dough because it's a three-day thing.
Oh, God.
And then I had to make Nikki's first stage for her pizza dough because she can't handle my super sticky pizza dough. Then finished the shoot, got home, quickly get it all out of the fridge. I need an hour from the all set. I was run off my feet. I got home. Didn't get home that late. I think I was home by about 9:30 from my daughter's house and started editing your
YouTube,
which is Cowgirl.
Yes, it's up now.
It's up now, but I was having problems, and then I found out why I didn't save one of the things.
Oh.
So it made it a little bit hard because I was zigzagging trying to find the right angle.
Gotcha.
Because I was trying to do some flancy cuttings.
Oh, flancies.
Flancies.
Well, I haven't watched it yet.
All day Sunday, all I did was I edited all day Sunday, but I had some of the Grand Prix stuff on, like the P1, P2, P3 qualifying.
Oh, yes.
Which
so was getting distracted?
No, I can listen to it a lot. There's not much, you see. Most of it's listening to them talking, so I just did that.
Nice.
and edited. And yeah, I think one thing that is taking up a lot of time is just file management. So I had to do next stage of file management where one card was getting full, but I wanted to keep that because it's a fast card, so I had to move it to this card and then had to rename things, and it was...
I'm waiting for things to transfer and stuff just takes so long.
I have that sitting in the background, just trying to be very careful to remember
what you've done and
what I've done. And it was just, well, Bec knows I have one card called SSD13. I have another card which is drive D13.
Yes.
And there's a reason D13 is just normal hard drive, the SSD is a super fast one. I only put out video stuff, and all of the old shoots migrate to 13. Right. But then some of the stuff I've been doing with the Leica, I've got to rename two parts of the file before I copy them across, and it's just remembering to do that.
Right.
It's so I can find them in my catalogue in Lightroom later on.
And so you don't accidentally delete anything.
And so I don't, very much so I don't delete anything. But that was my weekend, although I was really worried I was going to fall behind and I wasn't going to get what I needed done, but I got it done last night, which I was happy with.
That's good. That's very good. Are all ready to go to Sydney?
Yes, I'm ready to, nearly ready to go to Sydney.
To pack still?
Still got to, just to pack. That won't take much. We don't have to take that much.
We're only going for a few days.
Yeah. But one of the things I was kicking myself a little bit about my new toy, thinking that I'd wasted money.
That's right.
Don't buy dumb shit. And I buy it and all excited, and then
it doesn't do what you wanted it to.
It doesn't do what I want to do. When I look deep in, like super deep in, way past any menu systems, any what I call manuals and all of that, I find out, oh no, it won't do that. Sorry, you've got a video. Oh yeah, but it'll only do that in APS-C. And I said, well, I don't want APS-C. I want a depth of field. And it really annoyed me over the weekend. It was really bugging me to the point I was thinking, why don't I just sell it and lose a little bit of money?
But then you did a shoot today with Rara and you love it.
The shoot today I did with Rara, it's actually enforced
why.
Yeah. In fact, quite a few things sort themselves, even with Lottie in here on Saturday. I've been struggling with what camera's doing what. And I was getting to the stage where I spoke to Bec about, I was going to sell my A1, Sony A1, because it was overheating. We only had to get to an hour in 1080p, and it was overheating. And that's no good for us. None of our other cameras, the RX, the S, the C, none of them overheat in that time. So when I was with Lottie, the same thing happened with Lottie. It overheated with it. And I turned it on, I pulled the screen back off at a fraction, put my hand, and it was so hot behind the screen. As soon as I pulled the screen off, it didn't overheat again. But nobody told me this little trick.
That's really strange.
So then I found out another thing. I had my heat set on standard. I should have set my heat to high, so it stays on longer. Then I went down rabbit holes of YouTube's late Saturday night before I went to bed, and then learned a hell of a lot of stuff, and it sort of reset my mind where our cameras are. So I will keep the A. The A will still be predominantly a video camera, unless I need to do super fast autofocus shooting. It'll just be a video camera. And all the other cameras sit in their places now. And if I want to do ProRes RAW and high-end stuff, that I can run that off the A.
Cool.
Whereas I found out I can't run it off the Leica.
Which is one of the reasons you bought it.
The S, yes. No, sorry, the S2. But what I did find today is I was shooting 3200 ISO tethered, and that look was amazing.
Really nice.
The look was so good. And even though my Lightroom is still crashing a little bit at the start, but once it gets stable, it stays.
It's fine. I find that weird that it keeps crashing.
But once it only crashes right at the start.
Strange.
But yeah, I've got to do a bit more work. But I did swap from one camera to the other, and it didn't crash twice. Doing that, which I thought, I really pushed it to crash and it didn't.
It's a bit temperamental.
It's mental, yes. It is a bit temperamental. I've got one other little thing on my menu. It's a little symbol. I don't know what to call it. It's like a drop symbol. with a line in the middle of it. I don't know what that is and I can't find it anywhere, but I'll hassle someone to find out.
Where is it appearing?
It's on the, not the new one, yes, I can show you later.
How strange.
And my other little thing is that because of my whatever YouTubes ago where I spoke about my favourite camera or what my future is and why I like and what I do. And pretty much it was my Hasselblad H650C is still my favourite camera in the world. But lots of people told me that I can't get it serviced. And when I resigned from Hasselblad as an ambassador, that was one of the reasons I brought up. Nothing was said to me. There was no, oh yes it can, or anything. That was nothing was said to me. So I put it up, and there was a distributor in Italy that's obviously complained to Hasselblad. And I'd already answered a couple other people. I thought I answered them too. Is I am talking about my camera, which is the H6D 50C.
Yes.
I don't want the 100 because it was too slow, and I don't want 100 megapixel photos anyway. And yes, they're still selling the 100 megapixel and not selling the 50. And I haven't for a while. And it was amazing when I was spoken to everyone and mentioned the 50C back, everyone shut up.
Yes.
Because I'm nearly 100% certain they do not have any sensors free. So that's so, but we have found a couple of places
that sell them?
That have got some secondhand. So I might
buy a third one.
I might buy a third one. If I can keep myself going for 10 years, I think I'll be happy. In fact, I don't know. I might be happy if I can keep myself going for 3 or 4 years. I'm starting to really like the Leica. What I was shooting today.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
My only downside with the Leica is if I start shooting flash, I haven't got a program that's as good as Focus for highlight alerts, unless I tethered to Capture One. And
we know about that and the digitalness of it all.
I can check my highlight alerts on the back of the camera after I've taken a picture, but I don't want to be looking at both after.
It kind of defeats the purpose of
tethering.
tethering.
Yeah, I can just switch around with my... Whereas I'm a viewfinder, I see the highlight alert when I'm using constant lights. Or maybe I just switch to constant lights. I sell on with flashes and just get lots more LED. Anyway, that was my thoughts and dreams. I didn't buy any dumb shit this weekend.
That's good.
I learnt lots. I learnt about shutter angles, and it was really, really interesting. There was this one guy who runs an academy, so half his video was selling his academy, which is fair. He does give away a lot of information. I can't think of his name. I'll look it up. We'll put it in the description. He's got a good channel for video stuff. So if you want to learn about video,
Get my phone so I can write down what I'm linking to.
Things like the correct shutter speeds and what sort of format are you going to be in, all of that stuff. He really goes into the nitty gritty and shows you. And one of the most interesting things I saw was the whole thing on you're going to shoot 24, 25, 30 p, all of those different settings and what your shutter should be. And he's talking about 180 degree shutter angle, which a lot of that didn't make sense. We actually showed what that meant and how it came into place. Then he showed visuals of what it do. So when you're shooting like cinematic, it's 24p or 23.94, whatever the thing is. 24 or 25 is pretty close to the same. And to be 180 degree shutter angle, it's normally double that speed.
Right.
So if you're in 25, you're shooting 50 frames a second. Right? And then they showed someone doing star jumps against a wall at that. Then they showed someone star jumping at 30p and then at 60p, and you saw the blur in between their jumps. So it didn't have the blur of their hands as they jumped up and down, which it made it so much smoother. But then he showed a movie shot at 24 and then showed, it's a Will Smith movie just came out recently. It's a real action-y thing. And when you watch it, it just looks like a video game. It actually doesn't look like a movie anymore. It actually looks like a video game. It was really interesting. But then they showed tricks they used in Saving Private Ryan, where they purposely went to 48 frames per second to get this jittery. And they showed in sports, it's really handy because things don't blur, it's too much sharper, but you get a more aggressive movement. It was so interesting. So I'll have to put it on anybody who's interested.
Yeah, I wrote it down. So
You've wrote it down.
So you can let me know what it's called and stuff.
All right, but yeah, I love learning things.
Learning things.
And you?
And me? And I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't learn much over the weekend. Only that I tried to drink too much wine on Friday night.
And it didn't fix your cold?
No, I did not.
Sure it's a cold and not COVID?
No, it's not.
You sure?
Yeah, it's not even
Have you
a
had
cold. I
COVID
don't know.
test?
It's just, no.
So you come to work sick without taking a COVID test? Where's your mask?
No, it's like... it's just a chest infection. I think I just inhaled too much of the dust and when it was windy.
Inhaled too much?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... Yeah, I don't know.
No, well, you were getting flu before
that's what I mean. I was getting flu before I went and then it got kind of better while I was there and now I'm just all chesty.
Chesty.
With a cough and I'm losing my voice and yeah. I didn't learn anything.
You haven't got anything to bring?
I didn't learn anything. I was trying to think before what I can bring to the table. All I can bring is that I spoke to our lovely European models. That's all I can bring. I'm excited to see Tess.
There's always, like, catching up with Tess is always awesome. I never get to spend enough time with her. It's my only downside.
We had a nice little, I called her, we had a nice little chit-chat. So good to hear her voice. And I get to stay at her nice house by the beach when I'm there.
And she's got lots of plants in the house, so you'll be
cats.
happy. And cats.
Yes, I'll feel right at home. So yeah, no, it's just kind of it's been consuming me is just Europe.
Europe.
Well, I've got Sydney's all, we just need to order the catering for Sydney for the week, but that's fine. I know the place that I order that from each, so that's fine. It's just...
Have you worked out where we're eating?
No, not yet. I need to work out where we're eating. I don't know what we feel like.
Yeah, I don't know what I feel like.
Yeah.
We always had our place to go, but I've cancelled them.
I know, so we don't
and
go
you're
there.
annoyed that I've cancelled them.
I know, because I do like that place. We don't go there anymore. And then, I don't know, I can't remember if I liked the crab place. I know we've been there, I can't remember if I liked it though.
Every time I've been there, they've messed up my menu, my order. They haven't got it right once.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that then. We've given up on trying to find Mexican.
They're pretty expensive as well.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Mexican in Sydney, I don't. Unless, no, you'll be too late by the time you hear this. Oh, no, if they hammer us on Friday.
Yeah, we could probably, but
yeah,
we can't find a good Mexican place in Sydney.
Yeah, so far we've failed dismally. Like the last one, I think we would have been better sitting in a chook shed. It would have been quieter. There was like 30 hens nights happening in the same...
Oh, God, yeah. But to be fair, I have eaten at that same restaurant in Melbourne, and the Melbourne one is a lot better than the one that we went to. They've changed. It's like, And even Jodie said that. Jodie was like, the one in Melbourne's great, the one in Sydney's not good.
Not good? But they're a chain anyway. Not a big fan on chains.
Not like a massive chain, but yeah, they are a chain.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can find... I love Mexican food.
Yeah, I found a new Mexican food on a new Mexican channel. So I haven't watched yet, but they look cool because it looks traditional.
Yum.
So I have to check that out.
Yummy.
But yeah, I haven't made Mexican in ages, so I'm about due. Though Shree did do that beef again, the same recipe
really
we did for
good.
the workshop. She made it even hotter. It was even better. Although she kept looking, I think I made it a bit too hot. And I go, no, you haven't. No, this is perfect.
Yum.
Yeah, no, it was actually really nice.
Delicious. No, I need to find places that we can eat over the weekend and order. So I just need to do food. Other than that, I've got everything sorted for the weekend. Studios, models, flights, accommodation.
Good.
I know. So organised.
So
organised. Well, it is my job to be organised.
Gotta try and do a shoot up there, but we're not going to have any time.
Nah.
That's all right.
We might.
Next year.
Sunday afternoon we might. We'll see how we feel.
We don't normally feel that
Yeah,
after working that hard.
Yeah, no. No, no.
That's cool.
Are we a bit dark on this? Potentially. Maybe the sun.
I can regrade it. Okay. You'll have to take it off auto ISO.
Yeah.
O's.
Well, because there's no clouds in the sky. It's a nice day today.
It is a nice day. I think it's supposed to be raining tomorrow. And what happened
Classic.
to our 36 degrees or 37 degrees for Saturday?
Saturday.
It just didn't happen.
It was just because it was overcast.
It was actually raining here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I first got here, it was raining.
It was muggy and over. It didn't feel like 30. I feel like that happened the last time we had like a 37-degree day.
They lied to us.
I went to Bloom's place because they have a pool, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
It's called global humidity.
And then it was overcast. I just felt. Didn't
Oh,
feel
that's
like
right.
that.
You had the big
We had a pool
there.
party, and then I was like, it's not really pool party weather. It's overcast and muggy. Still nice to hang out in the pool though.
Pool.
Which in the hot tub as well. It's nice. It's fun.
Fun, you and your life. So I was really interested, I don't know where, I might have even been on an Inspire comment. Someone was very, very interested to know about etiquette working with models and wanted me to do some type of tutorial on that.
In what way etiquette working with models?
Well, he basically, the comment was pretty quick. It wasn't a long one, but he was basically saying that I can't get over how all your models are so comfortable with you. They don't seem to be wearing much in the way of clothing, but they're so comfortable with you. And when you walk up closer, you're doing something, they don't seem to be put off by you in any way. And he wanted to know how could we train that etiquette into, like, could we do a tutorial? And I was thinking, I don't know how we could, because...
Yeah. I feel like it's first of all, it's like how long you've been working with them. I feel like that doesn't happen just like instantly. I think
No way.
Yeah, it takes time, but I think it's because you never... It's always... The first thing you do is tell them, like, you know, pick out photos. If you pick this photo, it's not meaning you want to be topless, you just like the feel of it. When girls do say, oh, I want to do that implied shoot, you're offering tape. So, and then I think the more they get to know you, the more they realise that you're not being a perv, and that's why they're so trusting.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to think, how do I bring this across? Because it was like me talking about Lottie, that sort of the way that both Lottie and I have grown working together can't happen over one or two shoots.
Yeah.
It's happened over quite a few. And it's happened, like she might have, boob might have flopped out and I've gone, oh, be careful, and turn my head.
Yeah.
Little things like that, which I just naturally do. But I think it's more, if you don't trust someone, it doesn't matter what they do, you still don't trust them. If you're getting a vibe off the person...
Getting red flag vibes.
Yeah, if you start getting a vibe, it doesn't matter what they say or do.
Yeah.
You've got that vibe, and
a preconceived idea about them.
Or you're not comfortable, and you can't teach. I think the best thing is, one thing I have say at workshops a little bit is, the model knows what you're thinking. The model can tell by your body language and things like that exactly what you're thinking. And when I show in a workshop, look, I can look a girl up and down, she doesn't care. But now look her up and down like a male would look up and down. And you see her look on her face was, yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah. Well, even though I get it sometimes, and like it's so obvious when someone's like checking you out. Yes, it's so obvious.
So, but there's a checkout like that doesn't bother you, but when they stop at certain points, you go,
like, I can see, like if
I can see what you're looking at.
if you're looking at my cleavage, I can tell you're looking at my cleavage. It's very obvious, actually.
Yes, can you please stop looking at my crotch? I've been meaning to bring this up.
Sorry, I'll try. I'll do my very hardest. Yeah, I don't know how you would... I think it just comes with time, kind of thing. And it's like even things like when... I think we brought it up did we bring it up in a podcast, or did we mention it on a workshop? No, I think we mentioned on the workshop that shot that we did with my cat. I think I was like 20, and it wasn't even an implied nude shoot. I was just wearing like a bralette and undies, and it was just my cat. And I was over in that psych, and you were against that wall with a 300mm lens on. Like, you were literally on the other side of the room. Yeah, just things like, I mean, like that, obviously.
But I was also trying to get a really comfortable shot as well.
Yes, and my little cat was a kitten, and she's
a
little skittish thing. She's still very princess.
Yeah, there is no way, and I'd be scared if there was a way, because then I would be worried that people that shouldn't be trusted will be trusted.
Yeah, true.
And we already see it with there's certain photos I take, and I'm really certain when people want to do a version of them, it's their way of getting the model to be wearing less clothes. Because I'll look at the photo and go, oh, that looks cool, yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
But I'm doubting that most of them would say to the model, oh, by the way, when Peter shot it, she was wearing a G-string and had tape on.
Yeah.
It was even with Rara today, we did that finish shot and yeah, just put some tape on just to do the finish shot because it was, we taped down below because it was like a bum shot and I didn't, removing the G out of a bum crack's a bit hard.
Yeah.
I can do it, it's a bit of a pain in the ass and because, I promise I didn't mean it. It's a bit of a pain because I think I can still see what I've done.
Yeah.
Even though nobody else can because I've seen it before and after.
You can see it, yeah. I feel that.
And I was doing a retouch recently on Rara and I tried, there's one of the bathers she wore in Fiji had the knot on the side, like, oh, girl, the worst thing you could have done on. I can clean everything off, but that big blob on the outside, no matter what I do, it always looks like something's not right there.
Yeah, and those knots are annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
There's things that it's the body language, it's the intent.
Yeah.
Not just women, I think everybody can pick up on when something's not quite right, when something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, 100%.
And to get the type of photos I want to get, I need that trust. I need 100% trust.
Yeah.
And if they've got like 1% going, oh, I'm not going to get my photo.
No. And that's why you do things like offer tape and that because, and we say, like, I see the difference in people's face. Like when girls are like, no, I'm fine, I don't need it. And then you see them like so scared and then it's like, no, you don't like.
It'd be half of the ones who say they don't need it. We make them put it on there. The photos are 100 times better. Then there's a few people that know they'd actually better off, they prefer not to be covered.
Yes. Yes, no, I've seen it many times, time and time again. No, I'm fine, I don't need it. And then you see it's the uncomfortableness and then it's the comfortableness once they've got tape on. I'm like, yeah. It's not I think maybe they think like, oh, if I say yes to putting the tape on that like,
they're saying they're lesser model or something?
Yeah, something like that. And it's like, no, not at all. It's just, everyone's got different levels.
Yeah, but I have heard some not good models say things, well, you're a real model, aren't you? And things like that. Yeah, that works fine back in the 90s.
Yes.
Back in the 90s, a fashion model was a girl in a G-string.
Yeah.
She'd turn up in a G-string and then you put on or didn't put on, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's times change. It's not that we aren't doing haute couture fine, all that high end.
Yeah.
It's still there a little bit, but it's nowhere. It's different.
Yeah. All you've got to do is look at some of those Instagram pages that you follow and see like how different fashion was back in the 90s compared to now.
Yeah, just
it's chalk and cheese.
Absolutely chalk and cheese. And there's still some magazines doing that. And there's a few models, especially like Anya Radic and people like that, who are just, they're made to do that stuff. They look amazing. You don't see a naked body, you see this fashion shape. There's still a little bit of that, but it's not a major part of the industry anymore.
Yeah. Sadly. I miss the old days.
I think it still can be, but just not many people are doing it. People are too scared to be cancelled, where...
Stupid cancel culture.
I don't know, I still think all the cancel culture is starting to be cancelled on themselves for cancelling, so it's come full circle around, and then there'll be a cancel culture to cancel counsellors who cancel you.
Oh my God.
We just need to get, if we got a cancel culture mask, we could just wear that, and then we wouldn't be infected by it.
Oh my God.
I listen to comedians, like, unless there's a few of them are getting, some of them are getting cancelled so bad.
Yeah.
Their job is to make you laugh by saying something inappropriate.
Well, that's why, like, I can't, like, so many of them have to, like, even Jim Jeffries has to have a disclaimer saying, by the way, these are jokes. Like, please don't come up after me after the show and have a go at me. I am a comedian. I am just telling jokes. Like,
wasn't it you who told me something about there's a lady in the audience? You went down and sat with her for 15 or 20 minutes?
I don't know.
There was something happened and he stopped the show, went and sat with her 15, 20 minutes and then got up and said, well, that didn't work.
Oh my God.
She just walked into the wrong show. But I heard someone said a really cool thing and I changed it to my thing. Why would you go to a Led Zeppelin concert to listen to Taylor Swift covers?
Yes.
You wouldn't. So people tend to go to places or go to Instagram pages or YouTube, whatever, for something that's not even their taste. And then complain that it's not their taste.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
How bizarre. Well, I mean, unless they're going to these comedy shows because, like, someoone's bought them, like, I don't know, maybe their partner's like, I want to go.
And they've never
heard of them
before.
or so, yeah.
They weren't ready for what was going to happen.
Like, unless it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I do love Jim Jeffrey, so he is very funny.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody the other day, I don't know his name, so I can't leave you a link, and he was very funny. Very different type of humour. He kept on. Certain things have happened in his life, and he decided he must be gay. And his whole thing is about. It's nearly like he's a gay phobic, but he must be gay, so he's trying to embrace being gay. And he then when he's talking to other people, he goes, so if I decided I was gay, could I kiss you? Just to another guy? Like, do you find me attractive? And it's actually really funny. So you're sitting there listening to him and you're sort of thinking, is he being real or is this a joke? And the further you get into it, the more...
you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, my girlfriend reckons I'm gay. She keeps saying I must be gay. And it was ever since I did this, I've become gay. No, it's really weird, but it was so funny. I actually really, really enjoyed...
Actually? Did you actually?
I actually enjoyed it, yes.
Ashleyd, nice.
There's not much stuff that I get a good laugh at these days.
Yeah, I struggle to find good stand-ups that I like.
Yeah, it was very, very clever because you just got left on the fence thinking, is this your comedy show or is this you just who you are? Which I thought was very clever in itself. He has an expensive watch he just bought, which is worth an absolute fortune. He bought these expensive glasses, and he doesn't need glasses, but
He's bought them.
He's bought them, and he doesn't know if he's a wanker because he's wearing them or if he's not. But he's trying to work out. But he feels really good when he puts them on. It's actually
But you don't remember what he's called or anything.
No,
so we can't.
No friggin' idea.
Sorry, everyone.
I'll try and look it up.
All right.
If I can look it up, I will.
I'll write it down. Weird comedian guy.
Weird comedian guy sounds like he could be Italian. I think he might be Italian.
Oh my God.
Those little things like checking other guys out in the gym.
Right.
But he's not gay, but he keeps checking these guys out. It's really funny.
It's really fun. I'll take your word for it.
You take your word for it. All right. Well.
I love that you go on these Matthew, going and be like, oh, but I can't remember what it's called.
Well, you know how my brain works.
I know. It's like the blind leading the blind over here. I get dates muddled up all the time, and then you can never remember.
I just muddle up everything.
Never remember what things are called. Maybe one day I'll get...
I remember things that I think I need to remember.
I'm the same. I remember the most useless things. I remember absolutely useless information, and then important stuff. I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember that. And I muddle dates up all the time.
Yes, but that's just you're a...
I'm like number dyslexic.
You're number dyslexic. Yeah. In fact, we worked out well. My letter dyslexic and you're number dyslexic.
The blind leading the blind over here. Maybe I'll get better. I mean, I've gotten better at losing things.
You lose them easier now?
No, I didn't lose them.
Is that what you mean by getting better at losing things? You can lose them better?
No, I didn't lose anything at ESO for once. Normally I lose something.
You normally lose your mind.
Well, last year I lost a few things. I cried last year because I thought I lost my spirithood, but thankfully someone picked it up and put it on a post and I got that back. But
yeah, you did lose something last year.
Yeah, I lose things a lot.
When we travel, she always loses charges and loses...
I lose things all the time. But I didn't lose anything this year. I'm a changed woman. So maybe I could start not muddling up numbers.
Start not losing things too.
But I'm getting better at losing things.
No, you're getting
Better at not losing
things.
things. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, sorry. That's what I meant.
I think you're losing it.
Probably. I think I
You
am.
keep losing your wine.
Yeah, so I can lose it in my belly, in my body. It goes missing. It's a game of hide the wine.
Someone said you should have had milk while you're sitting on the hay bales.
Someone said I should have had chickens.
Chickens, I didn't see that comment.
Yeah,
We could have put eggs around you.
Chicken.
It was pretty funny when the guy goes, oh yeah, and you had hay bales just randomly sitting in your studio. Yeah, I actually have 2 hay bales from years and years ago. I did a hot rod pin-up shoot and we had a girl sitting on hay bales. I bought them then. They've been set up there ever since.
We have like all upstairs of there's like part of the studio you guys never really get to see, and there's just so much random stuff up there that Peter's just.
There's still 250 kilos of coffee beans in big bags.
From that coffee shoot.
The coffee shoot's still sitting up there.
There's like heaps of mannequins and stuff. There's still a trampoline sitting up there as well.
Yeah, there's a trampoline. There's
so much random stuff.
Golf clubs. There's all the skeletons
the
and skulls.
Wheelchair thing?
The wheelchair. Oh no, I sold the wheelchair.
Oh, did you?
No, I didn't sell. I took it back to Qantas.
Oh, right. That's right. It was a Qantas wheelchair.
Yes.
Random things. So many random
I had a
things.
band come in with it once. And I said, what are you going to do with that? Oh, it was a prop, and they didn't use it, and they left it behind.
Yeah, so many. I think I saw the comment that was like, oh, yes, you just happen to have hay bales and antlers lying around. Like, oh, yes, I do.
And the whip. There's a couple of things I was trying to look for. Oh, there's a sheep shears.
Oh, yes, I saw those. Those were cool. I really liked that set that you built. It was a cool set.
A cool set.
It was really cool. My little
It only took 2 hours to build.
Yeehaw.
Your year harness.
Yeehaws.
Yes.
Yes. It's
Yes.
fun.
I do. They're the type of things I used to do them all the time. Like that sort of thing was just a standard shoot, especially with the commercial stuff. There's lots of commercial stuff. They'd send me things, I'd fully build. I did something for Sheridan Sheets years ago, and we built like 3 bedrooms using the different window lights.
That's cool.
And you'd always sworn they were actually real bedrooms.
Well, even when we did the tutu shoot, and Jared saw the photo, he was like, where did you guys take this? I was like, at the studio? He's like, what, where? He was very confused. So I had to show him the video. He's like, oh, cool, interesting.
And that wasn't the first time I'd built that.
No.
I not quite the same set, a similar
But
set.
similar, which was our inspos.
I suppose. With the Anne video, and
Yeah.
we'll leave a link so you can see it. That
Anne.
whole,
Yeah.
the whole room, and it's a not safe for work safe video, but it is on YouTube, so we can link it to YouTube. The whole set we built, including a window where the light came through.
Did you ever edit up that behind the scenes of that?
Yeah. Oh, I think that's on Inspire. So the behind the scenes is on Inspire, and the actual video
videos
itself is on YouTube
Yeah.
as 18 plus. So you actually have to be logged in, and then you have to go to my page, and then go to my stuff playlist.
But I'll just drop a link in the description.
You'll drop a link in the description. Sorry,
drop a link.
I just burped. Sorry, it just slipped
How
out.
unladylike.
Sorry.
How unladylike.
Oh, you burp.
Not that often.
I know, but you burped in front of me not long ago. It was a pretty big one too.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Now I'm just all. I sound so husky.
Husky.
I sound very husky.
It's very much your swollen glands.
My
voice.
swollen glands. My late night phone calls with Bec. That's very much the vibe. I hope it goes away. I feel like when I get a chest infection, it always takes. Well, I don't even smoke anymore. I feel like it used to take ages to go away because I smoked, but I don't smoke anymore.
I used to use the smoking thing as an excuse why I didn't get sick, because nothing could live in my lungs or my throat. But I don't smoke and still don't get so it must be an alcohol thing.
Maybe.
Or just I'm not livable. Nothing will live in me. It could more likely be that.
No, I feel like it always takes a while for me to like get rid of a chest infection. But sorry, I don't be sounding like this for a little while. Yay.
You like it?
No, I don't. It's
Yes, you
annoying.
do. We should.
I sound horrible.
We should film. We should do our intro and outro. You'd be perfect to sing it now.
Do I have to sing?
No, I've already going to pinch it.
Okay.
I might, what's it called?
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune you.
Oh my God.
I'll make you sound like a Fergie.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new intro for our podcast coming soon. I don't know when, but Peter's gonna make one.
Yeah, just a couple more trips away, so I just need a few more farts from Bec and no.
I don't do that.
No, you don't. You blame everybody else in that building. That was upstairs. Remember the place in Paris that every day the fights they were having? It sounded like an old lady.
Year, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, one of them was very noisy on the toilet. Because the toilet was obviously above our toilet, and you were never awake early enough for their morning toilet.
Oh my God.
And it was very noisy.
Very noisy?
Yeah, I thought the floor might come down above me. It was, yes. And they weren't shy about being loud.
No, they were fighting like every day.
Or that just was their normal talking level, I don't know, but it sounded like someone was going to die.
It sounded like fights, but who never knows. Because it wasn't in English, so we don't even know what they were saying.
No, we didn't.
It sounded like yelling.
I was waiting for gunshots. We weren't in New York, so that was safe.
Oh my God. I'm excited too. I love going overseas is fun. We always have interesting stories when we come back.
Always.
Always.
Yes, no, it's always. I wonder if Brad Pitt's daughter's going to meet up with us in Europe.
That's still the best.
I had to laugh the other day. There's a photo came up on a Twitter feed, and it was Brad Pitt, Tarantino, and my first gut feeling it was her standing, and then it wasn't. It was Leonardo DiCaprio. But it just, from the angle it was shot, had a little bit of her face. And I thought, no, it isn't. It's Leonardo.
I wish it was. That would have been an absolute classic pants. That's so good.
It is so good. I'm really wishing something will happen from that, but obviously I don't think it is.
I don't know. I wonder what interesting. Well, even we're going to. It's only going to Sydney this weekend, but I feel like even Sydney we can normally get some ripper stories, like me sleeping in your bed.
No, thank you.
No. Have we? I don't know if we've told that story on the podcast.
I think we have. You need to finish it off now.
Well, yeah. So
it was our first trip away. Bec was after a rise and thought.
So our first trip away with me having my job, and we were in Sydney, and Peter was doing some work, and I came to his hotel room with a glass of wine, sat on the bed, and we were just talking while he was editing, and I was
put on her husky voice.
I was a little bit tired, and just kind of, because I was sitting on the bed and I propped my pillow behind me myself and just got on the nod and passed out, and then Peter was trying to, he's like, Bec, couldn't wake me up.
Because I was editing, I didn't
You didn't notice that
that
I'd fallen asleep, and then I fell asleep, and then Peter couldn't wake me up, and then he was like, oh, do I carry her to her room? He's like, oh no, that's kind of weird if I do that. So.
Or just the fact of, even if I just leant over to start picking you up.
Yeah, that's weird.
If you woke up, I would just die.
Yeah, so he just grabbed my...
So I just took my clothes off and laid down next to her.
So he took my hotel key and went to sleep in my room and just left me. But then I've woken up in the morning and I opened my eyes and the first thing I saw was Peter's suitcase. I was like, what have I done?
Wasn't the first thing you checked that you still had clothes on?
No, there was just like... I was so confused. I was like, what? Like, what? And then I realised, and I was like, oh, okay. Whoops, I just accidentally passed out, and yeah.
I'm spewing now. I should have got lip stuck out and drawn things on your face.
No.
It would have been so funny. Put shaving cream hair.
No, wouldn't have been funny. Anyway.
So I didn't even know that you pass out like that. So
that
was just
a very, very deep sleeper. Could sleep through a world war.
So I think you either text me or rang me. So where are you?
Yeah, where are you? I was very confused. I honestly had no idea.
There's so many inappropriate things I could have said to you the next morning.
I'm glad you didn't. I would freak out.
I know you would have. But Big Sweet hardly, like even when we'd known each other, definitely you don't know me like you know me now.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas back then, maybe if I had said one of the stupid things I would say, you'd actually start going, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Whereas now
you
like,
just go, yes,
you're an idiot.
this is Peter's bullshit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but no. We always have funny stories when we travels.
Yeah.
We should have our own reality show. Well, I want to try and vlog again when we travel this year. Even though I don't know if anything...
Yeah, but you get all... As soon as you lift a camera, you think you need to perform. If it just happens to be on there, you don't. But as soon as you've got to hold it, I think you feel that you need to do something.
No, I feel like I think I got into that. I think because the first year that we went to Europe and I vlogged it, I didn't have that. But then I tried to do it the next year and it just wasn't as funny. But I think if I just go back to my mindset of the first year and just let it happen and see what I can capture and not try and force funny things and just let it naturally happen, which is what happened the first time. And
yeah, when you made me walk down a manhole or something in Spain. Yeah, it's still hard. As soon as you pull out a camera, the instantaneous things don't tend to happen.
Yeah, but it's always when you're not filming that they do.
Yeah. That's why I'm happy for you to try.
I'm going to try. I'll give it a go.
Give it a go.
I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I film some stuff and then we try to edit it and it's not funny. Yeah.
You didn't even try and edit it. You gave up after a couple of days and go, I couldn't be stuffed doing this. It's not working.
Yeah, but I tried.
I still think a couple of people said to me now, and I think we will do a couple of cooking podcasts.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a few people still wants to go live, but we've not. The live's it's a pain in the ass to do. It really is.
It's really
running screen flow, or the OBS or the
Ecamm Live.
All that it takes so much work.
Yeah.
Means that we either need to get a camera operator, also the operator to look after it all.
And then get the what's it called? What's that thing?
Oh, we sold that, didn't we?
Stream Deck.
We sold our Stream Deck, so we can't do it anymore.
Did we? Oh.
Yeah. Well, we decided, and we're getting the same old questions.
Yeah.
And even though someone said, yeah, but every now and then there'd be a new question I didn't think to ask. But,
but for the most part, and if it's
people
fine.
want us to ask questions, you just bombard us. We don't care if you send an email, send it on Instagram, YouTube, wherever. Send us a question and we'll put it in a list, because Bec never comes to the table with anything. At least it gives something that Bec can bring up.
I do.
You do?
I do sometimes.
You do sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm down to one bar. You can keep talking while I check in case the bar's gone off over here.
What am I going to talk about?
What are you going to talk about? Well, what you brought to the table today.
I brought wine to the table.
You brought
it's
wine
sitting
to
on
the
table. I don't think
we've got one bar on two. I think we'll be fine. According to this, we've got 5 minutes. I didn't set my clock, so I don't know.
That's all right. We can keep talking for another 5 minutes and then... I feel like we're very dark. That's all right.
You feel like we're very dark?
That's all right. You can lighten us.
Yeah, thank you. So you can sit and edit this up in your evening
I don't mind.
I sit there.
Well, I said before I was going to lighten it up and you said...
Who were you singing to the other night?
I don't remember. I was drunk.
One of those little boy bands.
I don't know. What I do when I'm drunk is none of my business.
You actually were singing too. It's the first time I actually heard your voice.
Wow. Well, okay, whatever. Okay, we don't need to talk about it. It's fine.
We don't talk about it.
It's fine. What I do when I'm drunk is none of my business. I don't know how.
You didn't look that drunk.
I was pretty drunk.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it.
You just got to keep repeating that. I can use that in our intro and outro. Bec going, I don't need to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it.
Oh my God.
P.S. I have my NFTs. Yeah. I'm not drawing any more friggin'...
No, not after your little poos.
Mr. Skanky.
He's the hanky.
No, Skanky, that's right, not Spanky. Yes.
Your NFTs, that was funny though. It's funny while it lasted.
That's all right. I was playing around even with that, with the stuff I was doing with art and that, which I haven't given up on. I just haven't had time to do it. But I have got my storyboard from some of my art is starting to catch my storyboard for photography now. So
cool.
Hopefully, I won't set a Saturday date. Maybe after you're. Oh no, I'm going to be so. Oh, that's right. I've got 7 weeks without Bec, so I'm going to be working off my. I'm going to have to get other people to do all. I have to do all the. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 weeks of podcasts with other people, 12 weeks of Inspire, 12 weeks of YouTubes.
No.
12 sessions.
Why 12?
Oh, sorry, 12 sessions.
I'm only gone for a couple of weeks.
You're not gone for a couple of weeks. It's more than 6.
No, it's not.
Well, it's more than 5.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I
counted up the Mondays.
But I'm going to come back when I come back from...
You're going to come back when you come back. Are you certain now? Why don't you come back when you're going to come back? I wouldn't have thought you'd come back when you come back. I would have thought you waited till you went away. But if you're going to come back when you come back, that will change the date that I thought you were going to come back on. And you haven't even drinking that much wine. Are you on like Codral, cold and flu or something?
I haven't had my Codral today. I should have.
I've counted the days.
It's not 7 weeks.
No, it's over 5.
It's just on 5.
It's over 5.
It's just on 5.
Just on 5. So it's 5 weeks and 4 days. So it's just on 5.
It's just on 5, I promise you.
Anyway, so that's still Inspire, a podcast and a YouTube to do on my own every week, as well as doing all.
I feel so guilty.
So you should. Why do you think I'm rubbing it in?
I feel really bad.
It's all right. Lottie has come to the party. The look on Bec's face, you'll see, it'll be in the next couple of weeks, you'll see something go on YouTube with Lottie, and it was quite funny when Bec saw it this morning. It was,
Well, you even said, you were like, yeah, you're going to hate her. Like, you knew.
Well, you shouldn't. It was just some fun.
I know, but you said that first and it was morning Bec. You
it was
should
morning
know
Bec.
better.
Morning flu Bec.
You should know better.
So if you have Codral, cold and flu, doesn't that do the same as a coffee?
I haven't had Codral today, though.
Oh, so that's your fault.
And I hadn't had a coffee before I got in, because I slept in a little bit because
we were up like till midnight sorting out.
Yeah.
So I'm editing away, and I've got a few screens, and one of my screens got my mail, and all of a sudden I'm watching all my mail go in, out, that's got to leave. I just texted Bec.
I see you. So I was getting stuff emailed and then I was going forward.
I didn't see what you were doing. I just kept on seeing my emails changing.
I was just booking accommodation and flights and national park tours and canal cruise. Oh, no, I didn't book the canal cruise. What did I?
Canal cruise.
I can't remember if I booked the canal
What
cruise.
What canal are you going up?
One in Amsterdam. We're doing it's got an open bar and they give you Amsterdam snacks. You get some, what are they called? Bitterballen and stroopwafels.
So glad I don't travel with you. Sounds so boring.
No, it's really fun. It's like a little guided tour and you're on a little canal cruise.
Exactly.
And they tell you about things. And
Can you see me doing a guided tour?
No, that's why I wouldn't do it with you. But then we're going to 2 national parks in Croatia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's one national. It's spelled Krka. I'm like, is that Krka? I don't know. It looks really pretty. They've got really pretty waterfalls. So we're doing that.
Kaka.
Krka.
No,
it's got an R. Krka.
Krka.
Kaka. I don't know. Anyway, it looks really pretty. I'm excited.
Excited.
Yes.
Why do you keep checking your phone?
No, I was checking.
You want to cancel everybody?
You said we had 5 minutes. So I was just checking.
No, I said about. I'm just keep watching my one bar.
Your one bar.
Because the other day we went to 0 bars for about half an hour.
Whoopsie daisies. We're getting better at this. Not really.
Not really.
The blind leading.
I always laugh when I watch YouTube and the people are so good at getting everything absolutely perfect.
And then there's us.
I just think, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. And then there's us.
But they've always got producers now, I'm certain, working for them.
Yeah, I'm certain a lot of other people would probably have a camera operator, checking this stuff.
No, they'd have a good assistant working for them. Not one that wants to sit on the couch and talk shit to the world.
Well, you can do your podcast by yourself and I'll sit there and watch it.
Well, sometimes it does feel like I'm doing it on my own anyway. Ooh, what a burn, what a cut.
Oh my God, so savage. You didn't ask to be attacked. Jeez.
It's Monday. Ish.
Ish. It is, well, it's today.
Ish.
Ish.
Well, your sleep-in made it seem like a Monday. You didn't sleep in that long.
Nah.
No, it's just like daylight savings hadn't changed.
It's only a couple minutes.
I didn't actually notice till you said it, so it's your fault.
Oh.
Dumb you. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have known.
Oh. I thought you did. I know, I did sleep in a little bit. My alarm went off and I was like, 10 more minutes. And then...
And you didn't hit sleep?
I hit stop, not snooze. Because if I hit snooze, it gives me nine minutes exactly.
Oh, so by hitting stop, you can get an extra minute?
No, but if I hit...
Or 3,
I accidentally
or
hit...
5, or 10,
Yeah.
or an hour.
And accidentally hit stop.
So what time does Rid get up?
Well, Rid was still snoozing as well. He works from home today, so he doesn't have to actually get up until like 2 minutes to 9 and then he can just walk into the office.
He literally goes in 2 minutes to 9.
No, actually no. I think because...
Does he take his laptop in the toilet for the morning pee and just do that? So, well, it's when you're peeing on boss's time.
I think because whenever he's working from home, I leave and he's like normally still lying in bed on his phone. So I actually think he gets up at like a few minutes before 9 and then just walks into the office.
But you make him a coffee.
Yeah. I get up and make him a coffee and bring it to him in bed. And he sits there on his phone and drinks his coffee in bed, and then...
And then you go to work.
And I go to work, and then...
And he stays in bed with his coffee,
yeah,
laughing.
No, he doesn't. No, he just sits there on his phone and then gets up a few minutes before 9 and walks in, turns his computer on and does his little codings.
In bed?
No, he walks into the office.
You sure now? You're not there when he's 9? 9 you're supposed to be here, so you wouldn't see if he actually goes in there.
Well, on certain days that he's worked from home and I've been at home. Goes in there. He's got his nice little setup with his 3 monitors and his light-up keyboard.
That's his gaming machine.
No, he uses 3 because he's got his work laptop and then he's got his 2 monitors. And so he's got 3 monitors. Apparently he needs 3 monitors. He's excessive.
Excessive.
Well,
I have 3 monitors.
You do? Well, yeah, you're excessive.
No, I just like pictures.
I have 1 screen.
You have
a minimalistic.
Screen. 1 filthy, dirty screen covered in. If anybody could see your screen, sorry.
I don't know how it happens. I don't even touch it.
Obviously, you do.
I don't.
I reckon it's Ollie Syke videos, MGK videos. Who is it? There's like finger smear marks down them.
I don't touch the screen.
Obviously, you do.
I don't know how this happens.
I've cleaned your screen since you've had it.
I don't know how this happens. Honestly, I think you do it when I'm not looking.
No, you just mix it up with your phone and try and move things.
No, my mum does that. If I show my mum anything on the laptop, she thinks it's an iPad and she always does.
Oh, so they're all your mum's fingerprints?
Oh, no, she has, I haven't shown her a laptop in ages because I got sick of her doing that. But every time I have shown her something on a laptop, she's like, oh, no, Mum, it's a laptop, it's not an iPad. God bless her.
Does your mum own a laptop?
No.
She only owns an iPad?
Yes.
Well, that's why.
She's also not very good with technology. So every time, if something doesn't work, it's effed.
Oh, talking about technology, so moving mum, we decided the radio was failing on her amplifier. Try and buy a radio these days. Who buys a radio?
Yeah, no.
They don't. Right, so very hard to even buy a radio. So I set up her TV, and her TV had digital TV as well as radio stations built into it. And so I got tuned all up and we wrote down what each of these stations were, and she only ever listens to 2 radio stations.
Gold?
No.
Oh.
No, ABC.
Oh.
No, don't worry, it's not even...
Not even tunage.
Only 1 TV station, ABC. Right, so it's pretty simple. It's this one and this one. So she rings up a month or so ago. TV's, bro, I don't know what you've done. This new TV's just crap. It's only coming up with audio only. I said, yeah, that's your radio station. If it says audio only, that is your ABC radio. Well, it doesn't say radio. I said, no, it's audio only. And then she goes, well, I want to watch TV. So trying to do it over the phone,
So
impossible.
yeah, that's like me with my mum.
Especially when she's got the air conditioner control.
Oh my God.
So my sister rings me up on the weekend. Mum can only get TV stations and can't get the radio stations. I said it's called
Oh my God.
audio only channels. She goes, yep, but she says they're not radio.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm hoping that someone finds a cure for Alzheimer's and dementia because you've got some fun times coming up ahead of you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You might just have to set up all my gear. Like you'll have to fix the crashings that I fixed.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, you fixed my my audibles.
Yeah, actually I did do that.
You fixed that really well. You just put me onto a call waiting.
Yeah, I was like...
So the best thing is when I first got Audible, I wanted to have certain books that weren't available in Australia. You had to have America. Went to sign up on America, you can't do this. You're in Australia. No worries, signed up for Australia. Eventually the books came out. Somehow they managed to set me up with an Audible America and an Audible Australia.
One's
at
on
the
your
same
computer
time.
and one's on your phone.
Well, only one of them will go to the phone because it won't read America.
Oh, God.
But if I log into my Audible, it takes me to an American one with all these books that I've ordered. And he goes, well, you've got half these books are on 2 platforms. So they gave me a credit
Nice.
for the ones on 2 platforms. I don't think I actually paid for any of the ones on the American. I think I got all in for free. Anyway, don't tell anyone.
Except you just
Just be
broadcast.
really quiet. Don't tell any. No, I'm editing this. I can turn the volume down. Nobody can hear. So if there's a really quiet section with nothing happening, it's Mek and I talking about not to say anything to Audible. I think we've...
I think we've... hit
my
our time.
one bar is just finished.
Oh, no. Has it?
No, it's still on, but there's no bar.
Okay. Well, we should get going then. But thank you for joining us this week. Have a good one, and we'll see you next week. So professionals.
So that's if you can talk. What happens if you lost your voice?
That'd be probably
Do
a
I get
blessing.
Lottie in?
It'd be a blessing for everyone.
Yeah.
Me not being
Especially
able to
Jared.
talk. Exactly.
See ya.